Sure, I can. Okay, if you're following the Bundy family, we originally came from Nebraska, and my great-great-grandmother joined the Mormon church, the LDS church. The missionaries were back there. They were originally from Bunkerville, the missionary was, and my grandmother joined the Mormon church in Nebraska. Now she wanted to come west, and my grandfather did not. He did not join the church until there was an incident. People were mean to my grandmother, and so he said, all right, let's go west. And on the trail, he decided also to join the church, and he was baptized in Logan, Utah. They came to Bunkerville because of the missionary that was from Bunkerville. His name was actually Bunker, Elder Bunker, and so they came to Bunkerville originally. Now, they didn't settle down right away. They bought some land in Beaver Dam, Arizona, which is just across the border. But then they moved to Mexico, to the Mormon colonies in Mexico. And then they came, then there was the Mexican-American War, and the United States government said the Americans coming out of there, they'd send them to anywhere they wanted to. So they had some friends or something, they went clear up to Oregon. They went to Oregon, and things didn't work out there for them, so they come back here to Beaver Dam. And I don't know why they didn't stay Beaver Dam again, but then they went down to St. Thomas and Kaylin, which those are two towns that are now buried under Lake Mead, so they're ghost towns now. But it was awful hot, awful dry, and so they were looking for a little cool weather, and they went back over to Arizona, to the Arizona Strip, up to Mount Trumbull, and they finally settled down there on Mount Trumbull. And so the Bundy family did come from that area. Now, what everybody is not considering is the other side of my family. All right, my grandmother, who was a Jensen, who had family ties to the names of Abbott and to Levitt and to Adams, she grew up here in Mesquite. Now, our range rights here on this Bunkerville mountain here actually started with my grandmother's side. Now, when my grandfather met my grandmother and married her, he moved back over to here, which again, we had old ties, you know, kind of moving around, but we still had some old ties here, and he married my grandmother, and they inherited some of the old range rights from my grandmother's side. So when people are saying that the Bundys weren't here until such and such a date, and they didn't have the range rights here until such, you know what, they're right, but they're not considering the range rights that were here from my grandmother, all right? And so our rights do trace back to 1877, not all the way in the Bundy family name, but through some of these other names.